Finally, today is the day. We are at the racetrack with the all-new, the brand-new Corvette Z06 with the Z07 Track Pack. Today on the agenda, we are going to be experiencing Pit Race, Pittsburgh International Raceway for the first time. And looking around us right now, this is a stellar track. It's been raining a little bit here and there. You can kind of see some water spots, some of the cars over there. I cannot wait because I love testing out new tracks, and well, it's been about a year now and even longer of just hype building up for this new car right there, right behind me. We're going to be hopping in a Z06 and then a Z07 equipped vehicle to feel the difference between the FE7 suspension, the FE6 suspension, because one is more street focused, the other one is more focused for the racetrack. This is a track car, and then, well, the track focused version with all the extra aero for the front end, the dive planes you can see right here. We have the raised spoiler out back, and backing up, this vehicle has double the downforce of a standard Z06. So that being said, I'm pretty sure we're gonna feel a big difference on a lot of these straightaways. This straightaway looks pretty long. I'm curious to see what kind of speed we can hit towards the end of it. A lot of medium to high speed corners and off camber corners. We have a car going on track right now as we speak. Wow, sounds insane, doesn't it? This color right here, I have to say, I am hereby a big fan of Amplify Orange. So I heard sound down here, but it was being echoed. That's how loud and crazy this vehicle actually sounds. This has got not only more power than a C7 Z06, it has better cooling. You can run this non-stop all day at the racetrack. So I'm curious to find out how this first ever flat plane crank, first ever mid-engine Corvette really stacks up. And you've got all the front end grip that you would probably want out of the vehicle, at least so far. You also have underbody strakes that are like these little veins that go from the middle, point straight at you, straight at the car, then it goes out towards the side on either side. And this provides a different air ratio of traveling air on the top and the bottom, so it brings more downforce with minimal drag. This vehicle behind me has the most downforce of any Corvette ever made, and it has the lowest drag coefficient ratio. This is gonna be exciting. Let's get a feel for this track. Here we go, Z07, let's get a feel for it. Wow, Z07 feels night and day different. Like, it feels like an exotic. The steering is much lighter. Awesome, that was insane. Let's go ahead and pit in now, get out of the car. I'm in shock how this car comes together. Absolutely night and day different, because getting in the car where the steering is heavy in the standard Z06, this feels super lightweight when you're driving the car with our wheels. The car feels like it weighs 100 pounds lighter. Not just that, you can feel the downforce going over the third corner where it goes uphill, it's blind. The Z06, it does a great job in the standard form, keeping the car sucked down, but you can feel the extra confidence keeping the vehicle pushed hard. Whereas in medium high-speed corners, you have so much more, I'd say, grip all around, especially the front end. It gets to a point where you have so much front end that it really understeer out of it. Turn 2, where it blends in with the line that you go out. Right. It's blind and it kind of goes uphill. Yep. You can feel the downforce really working. Shut her down.
The FE6 wants to kind of walk across the little bump.
Just a little bit. Yep. This, much more, you see the force pushing you down that corner. Yeah. And it just feels like in the medium speed corners, the front end, it's just so much that you got to be wary of it. You got to know the head.
Oh, I will. I already feel kind of
right. Yeah, I mean, you've driven a C7 Z06. This is more power, right? And it's so stuck.
Insane how it comes together as balance.
That's cool.
Okay. I am speechless. Like, I cannot explain how speechless I really am right now, because it's taken a moment to really bring everything in. It feels like it's got more than 670 horsepower. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Because just straight away, hitting 140 miles an hour, you can easily brake much later than where I was braking the 3-1. This is a press event. I don't want to push a car, it's not mine. With that being said, stay tuned for lap records, because us taking delivery of ours and getting all the aero and all the carbon fiber wheel goodies with the Cup 2Rs, definitely going to go back to Laguna Seca Raceway. In general, this has got everything that I really wanted out of the Corvette platform to be improved, because right away, with the bigger contact patch all around, with these huge 345 wide, 13-inch wide wheels, and then the 275 with front tires, the amount of grip that you have, it gives you a very confident feeling for the corners. This is a vehicle, I think, that prefers smoother inputs. You can be aggressive. It'll do exactly what you're asking of it. But if you do get the tail end kick out, like I did a few times today, it can be a handful to catch. I think it's because of the wet conditions. When Cup 2s, Cup 2Rs, or standard PS4s are cold, you lose a good amount of grip, which is expected out of any performance tire. Anyways, once you get the tires warmed up, then their grip really starts kicking in. So I don't think that's any area of concern for now, because the downforce, the car was really sucking down on turn 2 down there over the hill. And the brake response, literally, it's instantaneous. Touching the brake, I am feeling the bite and the G-forces more so going forward. You don't feel the weight transfer of, oh, the nose is diving down. No, you don't feel that. The car is flat. It's flat in all times, even over the corners. The magnetized suspension tuning also allows the vehicle to really tackle curbing, and it doesn't upset any other component of the vehicle chassis-wise for the suspension, because some cars, if you hit a curbing or apex too hard, the whole car gets thrown off and you can lose control. This maintains proper balance and distributes weight over the tires that need it. And I think with this limited slip differential, it's doing a phenomenal job putting all that power down onto the road, exiting every single corner. This is honestly the ideal day to go to the racetrack, because it's cool. Yeah, I'd say minus the weather of rain, but the weather of being cool and like 60 degrees outside is all you can ask for, in all honesty. I do want to talk about aero, the front aero for the C8 Z07. It's got so much front grip that if you're not comfortable with having this much power, power in terms of like how the front end can just wrap around any corner you want, you could find yourself in some trouble, because I think the front probably has more grip than the back sometimes in some of these corners, again, because of the tire conditions. So you can't get the tail end to slip, but when it does slip, it's a gradual catch. It's not like a pendulum effect with some mid-engine cars where they swing all the way around you instantaneously. I do think this car is gonna beg a learning curve. If you just hop inside of it and you think that, oh, let me show you what I can do, you might not feel too comfortable with it, because the inputs, the throttle response, how sharp it is and fast it responds, it takes some adjustment. It really does. I'm trying to think of what exotic car to compare it to, because it's not very McLaren-ish. It's, I don't want to say Ferrari, the sound is Ferrari, but the inputs are very much, I'd say, like Lamborghini. It's just so sharp and aggressive, and the tuning is unreal. And having that much linear power blows my mind. The torque down low, you gotta be mindful, but you also gotta be able to go through the gears. Keep going through the gears and go climbing the peak power. The car, you know exactly what you're getting out of the car. I didn't feel any rollover effect, which happens sometimes when your camber is not all the way adjusted to maximize the footprint of the car. This thing's a track car, 100%, and not toned down at all. This is as far as I think they can go with making a raw vehicle. And if you can get one, there's nothing like this on the market. Not only have they put the world on notice, right? There isn't an exotic car that feels like this. And I should know, I've driven every single one of them. One final thing regarding exotic cars. I was just in the 992 GT3 yesterday, around 2 days ago. Whew, I don't know. Stay tuned for our track head-to-head battle to see which one is faster, especially with this against the exotic competition. There's never going to be a performance car like this ever again. This is going to be the last of an era, I honestly think, and they have put together a vehicle that just has blown my mind. I'm not being paid to say good things, but literally, not many cars make me speechless. And this car has made me speechless, and it's made me feel that rewarding factor where I want to get back into it and keep pushing myself and my own limits as a driver to experience what this vehicle actually has to offer. Do you need to modify it? No. Change tires? No. Add power? No. Add braking? No. Add better suspension components? No. This is the pinnacle right here. Thanks for watching again. Make sure to hit that like button to help me out and subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. I'll see all of you in the next episode.